Yeah.
All right. 1 second, guys. Okay, I think I'm good now. Finally.
Finally, we made it happen.
Hang on 1 second. You recording?
Yep.
You recording now?
Huh?
Listen, Merab, welcome to Menace and the Man Show. First timer.
First timer.
Man, we've been wanting
Thank
you
you.
for a long time.
Thank you for having me, guys. Yeah, I was waiting for this moment long time, but I'm finally here.
What episode we on? We're on episode 137?
137. We finally made Merab Dvalishvili happen.
Yes, finally.
Did he say your last name correctly?
Say it one more time, please?
Dvalishvili.
No, my last name is Dvalishvili.
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 I just avoid your last name at all costs. I'm like, Merab.
Dvalishvili.
Yeah, now that was close. Yeah, Dvalishvili. Same is however you read, same is spell. Same.
Oh, how you spell is how you read it. Is that what you meant? Right?
Second.
Where are you going?
Oh, bro, I'm very busy. You know, like today's life is crazy, especially for me. I have a lot of training and I have a lot of friends. I'm going to restaurant. My friend invites me to restaurant and I gotta go. You know, I can't say no. Thank God I'm a guy. If I was girl, I know. Thank God I'm guy. And it's okay to because you know. Do you understand me?
No. We lost you a little bit for a second.
You kept breaking up for a second.
Yeah. So I said what I say is. So I say I can't say no, but thank God I'm a guy. Imagine if I am a girl and I don't say no.
Was that a rape innuendo?
No, I don't know.
Anyways, Merab, let's get to it. What? So I heard Dana White is not saying good things about you.
Yeah, brother. I don't understand what's the problem. You know, yes, Aljamain Sterling is my friend, my teammate, my sparring partner, and we've been pushing to each other. We've been helping to each other. We're training together, and because why we have to fight to each other? You know, it was so many other guys that we can fight for, and then it was the point. The Aljo was champion. I was #1 contender, and then, but I was still fighting other guys.
Yes.
Winning Aljo has some other opponents, and then Aljo was gonna change the weight class, and everything was good. You know, we was just trying to not.
You guys had a plan. You guys had a plan.
Yeah.
Well, here's if I'm the UFC, right? It's like one of the potential greatest bantamweights ever gets defeated, and the next in line and his training partner wants to revenge his loss.
Right.
I think that's like...
Yeah, for sure.
Does that make sense?
So what?
Yeah. I don't get your question exactly because I don't hear.
No, it wasn't a question. I'm saying the UFC should have you next in line to fight O'Malley, and they can market it as you fulfilling Aljamain's revenge.
I agree, brother. Yes. Yeah, exactly. This is perfect for marketing. You know, there is so many ways that they can promote the fight. I'm Aljo's friend. I stole O'Malley's jacket. I've been calling him out since 2018. Since I win my first fight in UFC, I was calling O'Malley, and then now UFC should give Aljo rematch or me. Not like when when they try to like O'Malley trying to fight Chito Vera. Bro, who's Chito Vera? He's the rank 6, you know. He don't deserve a title shot, you know. Like
he's ranked 6th,
yeah, he's
and
ranked
he's getting pushed
6.
to the front of the line.
He has a win over Vera. I mean,
Yeah.
over O'Malley.
Okay, how many years ago?
It's just a thing. It's a thing that happens. But
Well, ready for this? Hang on, ready for this? I tried to do the same thing. When Max was champion and they needed to fill it, I was like, I texted and called Dana multiple times. Hey, need to fill it? I got a win over Max. Let me get it. He's like, appreciate it.
Yeah, see? Yeah.
I was like, number 8 this time. Sorry.
It's crazy, Dennis. So you have win against the greatest Max Holloway, brother. I know you play peace, but I'm proud of you, man. Yeah, your takedown records 145 still there, and they, you know, I'm proud, brother. You are the beast, but. And I remember last time when we training at first, you're so strong, man. You still got it, brother. Even if you decide to come back tomorrow, I know you will fuck a lot of guys up. I know, bro.
Well,
you know,
Merab, I talk about this all the time. I wasn't in the UFC to make money.
Yeah.
Because could I be in the UFC and win fights? Of course. I was in the UFC to become champion, and when I got screwed out of those, you know, when I lost those many in a row, those split decisions, it got me so far away from the title shot that I was like, that's not why I'm here. I'm not here for just money. I'm here to win championships.
Respect.
But now,
man.
Merab, Aljo's not the champion now. It looks like they're not going to give him the fight, the rematch with O'Malley. So how do we get Merab the fight with Sean O'Malley? What do we got to do? What do we got to say?
Hey, Sean, like, Sean should fight me. Okay, like I know Sean was fighting before guys outside of top 15, but now he's the champion, new king, and Sean must fight me, you know, because there is like now I'm a real competition. I'm a real contender, you know. I have a 9-5 win streak, you know. If Sean wants respect, then I'm the next guy to fight him. Or they have to make Aljamain Sterling fight him, you know. They have to wait, and Aljo. I mean, if you ask me, Aljo is the next for this fight rematch to
I
Sean,
agree.
but yes, but Aljo's taking his time. Now he's not rushing coming back because he needed to so bad vacation. Now he wants wait. Sean was mentioning December, and then if Sean is fighting December for defend his belt, then I don't want to him fight anybody else. Either will be Chito Vera or will be Peter Yan, or there is no one else there who has a win, like nothing. I don't know. So I'm the guy who Sean should fight me. So I'm not saying because of Sean is easy for me, or I respect as a fighter. He's a great fighter, and I see the danger. You know, if I don't take him down, or even if I take him down, if he gets out, he can knock me out too. But I'm not, because it's challenge for me. I love challenge, and then I see this challenge since he made his UFC debut. Then I was calling him out, but so I don't know what else should I do. You know, UFC, we all know how they work. I don't know, like
But Merab,
business,
you're not in the UFC
and
for money. You're in the UFC to become the UFC champion. I mean, the money's a perk, right?
Every day, starting today, Merab, you tweet and you post on Instagram. I took your jacket. Next, I take your belt.
Every day.
Every
day. Every day. You'll get it. You will get it. Make a post every single day and number it. Hey, this is day 12. I take your jacket. Next, I take your belt. Day 20.
Chito, brother, just sit in the back for a minute. I got something to do with this guy.
That's good idea. And
Chito, sit in the back. I took his jacket. Okay. I'm going to take his belt. Just add a little something every day.
That's perfect. good idea. But problem I see this with this, Sean, I guess don't like challenges. I guess I don't know. He never mentioned my name. Because come on, I have a maybe he don't see me challenge, but he must respect my win streak.
At
you know?
least Henry Cejudo would go, you suck, you suck, you suck, and you suck, and all four of you can get it.
Good point.
But here's the thing, too.
Good point.
If Merab would have fought Aljo, you would have got the title shot. So you didn't lose a fight since then, so you're ready for a title shot. You're the guy. Chito has losses recently, and I love Chito, but it's the fact. It is what it is.
Yeah, exactly, man. Chito coming from one win streak. You know, how are you gonna get title shot like this? You know, like 6 years ago, I lost against Ricky Simon for some controversial loss, but I'm not calling him out because he's number 12 now. Why I have to fight him rematch? You know, same is like Chito Vera and Sean O'Malley. Yeah, I understand. The Chito Vera beat him, but now it's come on, move on. Like, you know, it's not like that. It's like whoever is now the next contender. You know. But yeah, I don't
Every
know.
day, you and Aljo got to be like the line for a 135-pound title shot starts at Serralongo. So if you guys want to come there and fight us in the gym for it, or you can fight us in the cage for it, we're next in line for a title shot.
Wow.
It's going to be Aljo. It's going to be Merab. That's, like you said, that's the one thing I saw with Aljo. He might have timed himself out of the rematch because he said he wants to take time off, but slide Merab in there. That's what we got to do. Every day, Merab, we're going to start tweeting this with you. We want to see this happen. And we love O'Malley. One thing I saw with O'Malley, I love that O'Malley, he does respect you. I've seen him give you respect, like your fighting ability. And then he shows a lot of respect to Aljo now in beating him. Like, I've seen him speak very highly of Aljo.
Yes.
You know, respect amongst killers. But a question I had for you is, what was it like for you when you were watching that? Because you cornered Aljo for that fight.
Yeah, man, it was heartbroken, definitely, because especially, like, I know, and then Dennis Bermudez know how strong Aljo is, and then what he can do, and then to see, like sometimes MMA is a crazy sport, you know. Not always strong guy wins, you know. Sometimes strong guy, the better guy can lose too. And then when it was so heartbroken, you know, and then I saw Aljo was heartbroken, he was crying, and then oh my God, like my heart broke, man, you know, because yeah, exactly. I like Sean too, you know, but to see my friend lost like that, and especially he's working hard, he come back in like after he defend his title against Henry Cejudo, he came back 3 months later, and then it was heartbroken for sure, man. But this sport is crazy, you know. Everything is possible.
Did you think it was an early stoppage? Because I mean, I see a little bit of both angles, but me and you both know with the preparation we put in, let me die in there, please.
Let me go flat, at least. I don't want to die, maybe. Let me go flat. But yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, if I'm moving, do not fucking call this fight. If I'm a rigor mortis, yes, go ahead.
Yes, Dennis. See, like, I'm with you, brother, because we both fighter, and we all know, like, this, we've been in this situation. We got hurt, but we was still fighting, you know, and then we came back, and then, but if referee stops you early, it's heartbroken because you're not gonna get second chance most of the times, and then you fighting there. We are fighting there, and early stoppage. Yeah, it was early stoppage because Aljo never went out. He was defending himself. He was trying to catch the leg, and then when it was hard to, he was hitting punches, and then he may decide to turn around and then maybe roll it. Yes.
Who's ready for this? As a ref watching the fight, right? For a guy to get to his feet, How can he get to his feet unless he rolls over?
That's how you scramble, Mark Goddard. I don't know what the fuck he's watching.
You have to
Yeah.
kind of belly down to get up.
I agree, man. Yeah, it was early stoppage for sure. I was protesting right away. You know, I was calling it early stoppage, please. Like, what is this? You know, that's why, Dennis, I always tell referees, you know, before my fight, I always tell, please, if I get punched, I get dropped, please don't stop me. Please let me go out. Please let me fight. Please, I don't need to use me because I'm here for die. You know, I want to. It may be my last fight. So, but yeah, now it's too late. You know.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we got this. And I texted Aljo. I said, listen, man, after you lose, your phone rings way less than when you win, you know? And not that me and Aljo are like close friends, but people that give a shit about you and care about your well-being will text you and call you, you know? And I said, there's nothing we can do, right? You can't go backwards, right? You can sit there and keep going and point fingers but that's not getting you anywhere. And I'm not saying that he was doing that.
No, he handled it really well.
Oh my god, I told him you handled it. You handled it awesome.
Listen, in the comments, he got a lot of respect for that.
We just put our head down. We keep moving forward. And he reached. He's like, listen, man, meant a lot coming from you. There's some good words from because when I would lose or win, I would look for certain texts from people. Because, right, when you win, Merab, how many texts would you get?
Yeah, everybody, brother, everybody. Of course.
900. Hang on. I remember when I beat Clay Guida, I had 900 texts.
Yeah.
It was insane. I was like, can my phone even go that high? And, I'm constantly, I'm drinking and fucking answering them. But when you lose, national television, 17. and right, and 10 of them are people that you're like,
shut up, Dad.
That's so funny.
Are just guys that like, hey man, saw you on TV. You're like, we met once. Like,
that's so funny that you remember everything. Like how many people text you and everything. Yeah.
No, yeah, but it's drastically different.
So even Dana's comments, I don't know if you heard him. I think they are taken a little out of context, but he was asked a question about you. So that's like, what do you do there? Do you hit up the matchmakers? Do you try to contact Dana and say like, no, I'm the guy. Not fighting nowhere else. I'm fighting O'Malley for the belt. Like, what do you do when you hear the boss say some stuff like that about you?
I don't know. Because UFC, whenever they open the opponent, I always say yes. And I was fighting because, as Dennis knows, we don't have many choices. Like least if you're champion, then you can complain. Maybe I guess you can choose whatever. But I never choose. Aljo never choose. I'm sure Dennis, you never choose too. And I was fighting everybody. So now I'm just talking and hoping. Then. If not Aljo for title, I'm hoping that I'm fighting because I know I deserve it. They offered me before this Umar Nurmagomedov, and that was a little bit disrespectful because I'm like number one or number two, and then we fight go back.
Oh, so they offered you Umar?
Yeah, no, that was before. Right after once I beat Peter Yan, they opened me Umar. But yes, I was injured.
Yeah, you were hurt. I remember.
I was hurt. Yeah, and
what is he ranked?
Umar, I think, is 9 or 10, but Umar was just out for a minute, I believe.
Yeah, it's like something like that. But he has only 4 fights in UFC, and I have 11 fights in UFC, man. And I know they want to push Umar, because. I understand he's undefeated. He's Khabib's cousin. He has same last name, Nurmagomedov, And promote is good, but like if we're talking about sport and competition and I earned it. I think I earned it to fight, And Umar still has to.
He's riding his brother's name.
Yeah, but I just don't. It's so weird that me and Menace were talking about it before we started. There was Kane and DC. DC dropped weight classes. They were okay with that. There was Usman and Gilbert Burns. They fought. It made the gym weird for a minute. I remember back in the day, Robbie Lawler and Woodley fought. That caused friction at American Top Team. People left the gym and shit. Like, you and Aljo are closer than all those people. Maybe DC and Kane. You guys are DC and Kane.
I'm gonna go. I mean, I don't know the relationship, but these guys like live together.
If not closer, like
Yes.
you and Aljo are different circumstances. You guys are like brothers, training partners. Seralongo's a small gym.
Yeah, like Aljo training camp. Even I was injured, I was still there watching every sparring session, every training session. And then when I have a fight, then we sparring to each other. When Aljo has when Aljo was getting ready for Henry Cejudo, TJ Dillashaw, Peter Yan, I was main training partner, training with him. And then like now, after Aljo beats Peter Yan, then I'm the next, I'm fighting Aljo. What, like, so weird. Of course I'm not fighting. I know, we are friends, and we are teammates, and we are more than that. And the people we can avoid always, wasn't necessary to we should fight each other and everything. So, and then especially now, what's the problem? Yes, Aljo is my friend, but I mean, we still don't have to fight to each other. Now, Aljo either fight O'Malley or we fight O'Malley. That's I don't see any problem. And like, how about Khabib and
Islam
Makhachev? Yeah, like like they everybody knows that they
There's like 3 more of them.
Yeah, but I'm speaking to the closeness. Like,
No, but hang on. But with
Nurmagomedov.
Khabib,
Yeah.
there's also like 2 or 3 other guys
Like
in the division that
you and Aljo don't have different coaches to train with. You guys don't have different training partners to train with. Even in Vegas, right? You guys pretty much train. It would be somebody leaving the team, which isn't a thing. It's not possible. Like, it's not going to happen. So I don't know why they're getting upset with you guys about that.
Also,
like,
what? Oh, go ahead, finish.
Nothing. You go next.
Well, no. How long? Like, I know Aljo because I know Aljo. I know he wants the rematch, right? But let's say he gets a rematch and beats O'Malley. Then would he leave to go to featherweight, or is he thinking about going to featherweight now?
Yeah, he's still not. Of course, he wants rematch, but also he thinks like to maybe come back 45 will be easy. Maybe fight Max Holloway because imagine like if Aljo fight Max Holloway, and Max Holloway, all the respect, he is so crazy winning streak, and he only lost maybe against you, and he only lost against Volkanovski. Otherwise, he's beating everybody. So, and even if Aljo beat Holloway, then Aljo is maybe he will get all his respect, and
he would get
next for title 145. And if he lost, then Aljo not gonna lose much, because the 145 challenge, and then he come back and fight Sean O'Malley or fight title again, or
That's not a bad move.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Lead the weight class. Let Merab do his thing. Merab keeps, gets a title, stay at 145. If for some reason Merab doesn't get his title fight or whatever, or come back down, beat O'Malley's ass.
Or something. Yeah. Exactly. So there is so many ways, but of course, like rematch is good for Aljo, but Sean don't want to wait. Of course, and Sean of course don't want to fight rematch, against Aljo. Like he's, but. But I know I'm saying, like, I think Sean wants to somebody new, then I'm the new. You know what I'm saying?
Listen to me. If I became champion, I want the easiest fights so I can have the longest streak as champion as possible.
Yes.
The goal is to become champion. Once you're champion, the goal is to stay there as long as possible. Not saying I'm going to turn down fucking whatever. If I had my choice. But again, if I'm champion and Dana White's go, you're fighting so-and-so. Okay, I'm fighting so-and-so. I'm not going to, what about this guy and that? You know, that's me.
Yeah, Merab, how's the wrist doing? Is the wrist healed? Are you ready to take a fight?
It's finally okay now. I'm able to training. It's still painful, bother me, but even if they give me fight next month, I will fight. It's always something. When you fight, there is always something bothers you. It's never something 100%. So no problem. Like now, the doctor told me to I can do full-time training, so then I'm saying I can fight. Of course, for December, I'll be so much better. I'll be less pain, less everything, so I'll be ready. No problem.
So the rumors are that it's going to be Chito, but you want that fight. You'd be ready for December?
Yes, 1,000%.
So what are your thoughts if they do pass you up and they do go with Chito?
I mean, I will be so pissed off. I will be so disappointed. But I will be still ready. I will maybe do training and I will waiting if Chito pull out.
You don't take a fight. You'd wait.
Yeah, I will wait, man. I will wait because, like I mentioned before, I don't want to fight somebody else. I don't want test because I'm already tested. I beat 2 former champions, Jose Aldo and Peter Yan. Dominate ways, and now I deserve it. I earned it, and I don't want
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
So I heard you say you didn't want Cejudo. You definitely don't want to fight with Cejudo?
No, man. Cejudo, I like him. He's a good fighter. Of course, he's the beast, but doesn't make sense. We both contender. Why I have to fight Cejudo, man? Why? I wanna fight belt. This is my. Like I said, I've been tested. Cejudo will be another test fight for contender, but I'm already contender. I am.
Because what's your win streak? 7?
9, bro.
9.
9 and 2 former champions.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
We were talking to Frivola about how there's tiers. You beat 2 former champions. You're in that tier at 135. He's in that championship tier. He just needs a title fight.
That is, I beat 6 top 10 guys. So I mean, I mean, and then the O'Malley, we all know he's good fighter, but he fought only Peter Yan, and that's title shot.
Merab, do you know the phrase "squeaky wheel gets the oil"? So let's say you have 4 wheels on your car, right?
Yeah.
And one wheel starts squeaking, making a noise. Your attention's going to go to that wheel, and you're going to take care of that wheel. You don't give a shit about the other 3 wheels because they're quiet. Squeaky wheel gets the oil. So every single day, you need to be like, I'm on a 9-fight win streak. I want a title shot. Day 2.
And here, say it with us. Say it with us, Merab. I took your jacket. Next, I take your belt.
Next post, you go, I beat 2 former world champions. I take your jacket. Next, I take your belt.
And then you post that date that they have for December, whatever it is, December 16th or December 4th, whatever the date is. How's that sound, Sean? You interested?
Does this make... Hang on. Every day, it will take 1 second.
Yeah.
People will catch on, and they will start reposting too. It will catch wheels, and now you will get that fight.
So, but that's good idea, guys. Thank you again. But I think, Sean don't I think this kind of talk, I think if I tell Sean, hey, please, champion, please fight me. I know you king, but I'm not the guy, I'm just, I'm not the guy to talking
We're
trash.
not saying, hey,
I'm not the guy.
We're telling you to reach out to the UFC. 9-fight win streak. Give me the title. I took his jacket. I'm going to take his belt. I beat 2 former champions. I took his jacket. I'll take his belt. My name's Merab Dvalishvili. I took his jacket. I'll take his belt.
Dvalishvili.
Dvalishvili.
Yes.
I'm from
Yes,
Georgia.
good job.
I'll take his jacket. I will take his belt. Get a shirt made. I took his jacket. I will take his belt.
Even the language barrier. Just start saying that. Be like,
Yeah, exactly.
jacket, belt.
Because
Net.
hang on, Merab, if I stole your jacket in your country, what would happen to me?
Yeah. Exactly, brother. I will come after you. I wanna steal your house, maybe. So yeah,
All right,
brother, I wanna
Merab.
fight you. No. I wanna fight you. If you stole my jacket, I have to fight you. Yes.
Bingo!
Yes, that's good answer.
Bingo!
Yeah, I got it. Yes.
Yeah, you just got to get on him, Merab. You get on O'Malley every day, and he's going to have to fight
The
you.
reason why O'Malley got the fight is because he's squeaky. He makes noise. He gets the oil. He gets taken care of. You've been pretty good.
And even reality,
I'm gonna say, you've been pretty good.
O'Malley, respect to O'Malley if he does want to fight Chito because he has that loss against him. But if he loses to Chito, he's in a bad spot. Then it's like, oh, so that was a fluke you beat Aljo because this guy has your number, you know, and then you fight Chito for the title.
Hey guys, if this might happen, I fought O'Malley next, and that first one I'm coming to you guys' show.
You're the man, Merab.
Love you, bro. Hey, take a picture of what you eat and tag us in it.
Okay.
And then Merab, we got this bee's nest. So next time you come back to New York, we need your help.
Okay, sounds good.
See you,
I
brother.
think our teammate James Gonzalez getting married in October, I believe. So I may be there at the time. So keep in touch, and when I will be there, I would like to come.
Love it, dude. Love it. Thanks for coming on the show, Merab.
Of course, thank you guys for.
You're the man, Merab. It was a pleasure to finally have you.
Good side. I appreciate it, guys. Strong Island. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go, guys.
See you,
Thank you so
dude.
much. Have a good day.
All right.
Thank
see
you. Okay. See you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Love Merab.
Love Merab. I was about to be like, oh, let's see how good he is professional. He got himself out of the Zoom. It wasn't that awkward,
Now,
you know?
what are the chances he takes the advice?
I mean,
You know what? I actually might reach out to Aljo.
I'm gonna post them and tag it. You right there were just all over the place with your audio, but I'll see what I can fix. You were moving in, you were moving out, then you moved the mic in, then you moved the mic out. But we had some good shit there with Merab. He's just such a character.
I saw your brain going like, gold, keep going.
Yeah.
Gold. I watched you went clip.
Well, just listening to him talk, he's a topic right now because I was wondering what it was, and now I have the confirmation because Aljo said it, and maybe the UFC even, I'll have to ask Aljo if the UFC did offer him something, but he's making it like they didn't. But he's the only people who didn't get an immediate rematch was him and Cruz. Dominick Cruz didn't get an immediate rematch too. He lost to Garbrandt, and they went, nope, we're gonna move on.
Yeah, but he beat him silly.
But he was a champion. He was the guy. I
understand that, but he was.
Wait. I think it was because the timelines. He was hurt or whatever. He wasn't ready for their next cycle, so it went, all right, we're going to put you on the back burner. I think that's
he got hurt
in the fight, and then he was going into the fight, whatever. So I think
we're not going to wait for you.
Aljo isn't getting skipped right now. They want to run O'Malley again quick and capitalize. Aljamain needs more time. That's why they might run O'Malley versus someone else.
Because they could go, Aljamain, take your time. Run O'Malley, let him get another W, and then, all right, we're running back. Aljamain versus O'Malley 2.
Dana said at the post-fight presser, he didn't give away anything, but they were asking him about O'Malley, who could be next. And he was like, he said, I think probably not Aljamain or not Aljamain. And then he said, we worked out a few fights coming up. We haven't announced them yet. We're not announcing them yet. It made me believe that maybe Chito versus O'Malley, but Merab, unless his contract's out, if Merab gets squeaking now, he could steal that fight.
Because I missed it. But, usually Chito's fights are...
Chito versus Munhoz was a tactical. It wasn't crazy. It was a good fight, but it wasn't anything special. Even that was O'Malley's thing he said in the octagon after the fight.
Which made me think his fight might have been boring.
Well, he said that. He was like, was it boring? Probably was.
Which Chito's not a boring fighter.
It wasn't the most exciting fight.
No, in general.
Pedro Munhoz isn't a boring fighter either. They just
Right.
clashed, and I think the respect and the consequences of both of the guys swinging.
I think they both kind of knew, hey, this is potentially a number one contender.
If O'Malley wins. If Aljo wins, then no. Because I guess yes and no.
Yeah.
That fight, O'Malley versus Aljo, no matter who won, the division was going to get shaken up. Because if Aljo won, he was going up.
Right.
And if O'Malley won, it's a new champion.
Which, yeah, no matter what, it was kind of like, this could potentially be a number one contender.
Yeah. And then like we talked about with Chito, it's like, oh, whoa, I'm the number one contender now because this guy won. Like when Max...
What was Munhoz ranked?
I think definitely top 10, but...
I know he was like 5 at one point.
Yeah, he's win one, lose one, I think, lately. Or, you know,
he's fighting the very best.
The elite, yeah. So episode 137, we wrapped it up with Merab. We missed last week 292. What is there to talk about in 292? Chris Weidman returning. That's what we're going to do when we get off the air right now. We're going to send Chris Weidman a picture of my leg. And then you're going to be like, this is my co-host leg. So whenever you want to talk about some fucking leg shit.
Talk about leg shit.
Yeah. We've been waiting for you. We just had Merab.
Now, he blew out his knee.
He blew out his knee apparently, too.
Now, is that... the commentator saying that? Did he say that?
No, I think he did.
Did a doctor prove that?
We'll ask him. I think he did an update. I was actually watching the video when Merab said, let's go. So that's when I scrambled to come set up.
Because I know sometimes
which hopefully sounds good.
Can make up shit in the, looks like his knee blew out. And like,
well,
no.
He might have been calf kicked. Could have been calf kicked. We'd have to look into it because
I mean, I know he had ice on his knee.
Tavares was like, I don't give a fuck if you broke your leg.
I saw that.
Wham.
No, I saw that, and hang on, that if I'm fighting Chris Weidman, I am attacking that bad leg.
If I'm fighting anyone with an injury, and it's like, yo, this is what it is.
And I know about it.
Yeah.
And I know about it.
So it's you versus me playing a game of brain damage, and I have some intel that you're a little fucked up. All right. Yeah, what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Street fight with somebody for free, and he's got like a cast on. I'm like, fuck, or like, I'm going for the injury, yet alone going for hundreds of thousands of dollars on the line. You know what? I know he got a bad leg. I wanted to give him I wanted to fight the best him.
So what else was there at UFC 292? It was a great event. I went to it.
I didn't see the chick fight.
A girl fight. It was so one-sided, and then
bet my house on.
And then even bullshit like this girl was getting knocked pillar to post all over the octagon, but then they jumped in too quick for Aljamain. You know me. If it's a fight that should be stopped, I'll yell, "Stop the fight!" I think, oh shit, that one's too far. That one was not.
Yes.
And here's the thing, I know how hard.
You know what? I like to give refs the benefit of the doubt because you're in there, and I've talked to a few refs. It's kind of like you're in the fight, like you're and the heart rate's going. You don't smell anything. You don't hear the crowd.
And O'Malley, to say something to add on to that, O'Malley's a killer. It could have been Aljo scrambled, stood up, and got flatlined. It could have been that. But it also could have been Aljo survives, and we go to round 3, and that round.
For me, give him if he's gonna let him up.
As a fight fan, I was robbed. As 100%, as a fight fan, I was robbed of a great fight. I get O'Malley, blah blah blah, but I'm an Aljo fan too. I'm an O'Malley fan too, but I was robbed of a great fight. That it was stopped prematurely, and then there's those questions. Like I see, like casual fans.
Hang on, right for this, Again, this could be me being a sore loser. Because I am. And since my loss to Korean Zombie, who has a way bigger cult following than I have, and you know what I mean? O'Malley has a huge following where the UFC like, yo, if he falls at all,
take out.
No, if he falls at all,
for sure.
Call the fight.
I know that, but take out Aljamain and take out O'Malley. Put fighter A and fighter B.
Right.
Let
but
them
people
fight.
Don't see that.
I'm saying for the referees.
Even judges. It's not like they don't know who O'Malley and.
I don't like Mark Goddard. I'll go on the record and say it. As far as a referee, I watch a lot of these referees. Mark Goddard does not do a particularly good job.
I remember when Herb Dean stopped my fight against Korean Zombie, and At first I was like, are you kidding me? And he went like, sorry, dude. Like a genuine, like, my bad.
Yeah.
And I went,
And here,
what am I supposed to fight you right
he
here?
cared,
I went,
and it was caring too. If you will.
I went, it is what it is. And then I thought about it. I was like,
but here, it's my bad. I thought you were more hurt than you were. Yeah.
To make sure
You don't,
fighter's safe.
you don't die.
Right. I get it.
But so that's what we're going to wrap up. With 292, it'll be too much to go into, but it was a great UFC. Boston is sick.
Korean Zombie versus
We'll go
Max
Korean
Holloway.
Zombie versus Max Holloway.
Sick fight. I kind of saw it going that way.
Yeah.
I didn't see Korean. Was it round 3?
Round 3.
Korean Zombie went, I'm not winning, so let me change up my tactic and just try and put it on him.
It was as if his corner smacked him and went, go out there and do that Hawaiian shit. And he walked out and went, what's up, bro? You know?
When he goes hands underneath like this, it's like he hits harder.
I guess he's done that before, right,
Oh,
Zombie?
my God, he did it to me.
Yeah, he does that.
He walked me down like this, where you're like, no, wide open. Like, you could punch him right in the face, but this is coming.
Well, we talked about that. Remember, like, I was joking with you. Like, Bermuda's just piecing Zombie up right now. He was walking at you like this, and you were hitting him over the top.
Oh, well, no, he was fighting me regular. I went, boop, overhand. He went, and I was like, oh, I haven't done that to too many people. Let me fucking reel it in and try to get the finish. And then he went like
this.
Yeah. I started walking in. I was like, all right.
So round 1 and 2, he was like this. Round 3.
No, what do you mean? It's round
I'm talking
1.
about Max.
Oh, yeah.
Max,
Yeah.
he went like this. And then that, for the minute that was a great minute of fighting.
I mean, whatever the Menace.
I'm not talking about you again.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
talking about Max and Zombie. The
Wait,
third round.
Oh, yes.
The third round.
Sorry,
and yes,
sorry.
oh no.
Sorry for being self-centered.
Yeah. You and Zombie, though, was a great minute, too.
Thanks. Because
But then here,
it was like that.
but then here, perfect. Now you actually got me a great segue. You versus Zombie was you jumping up. Ah, come on, you know. Versus, I told you when the fight happened, that's how you stop a fight, Mark Goddard. The guy just face planted. He's still alive. He's rolling over. You don't let Max go in with the follow up, and Max wasn't even going in with the follow up. But fight's over. Fight's over. He's done. He's done. That's how you stop a fight.
Yeah.
Not, I think he's more hurt than he is. I'm going to jump in. Bro, especially in title fights. Colby and Aljamain, and I'll throw you in there versus Korean Zombie, and you and Aljamain, because I've seen firsthand how hard you guys work. Let me die. Let me go in there and get flatlined.
Yeah. I'm prepared for it when I train.
And I get it. The referees are under scrutiny and whatnot, but I'd rather, as a fight fan...
It's not like if refs don't get fined or penalized if it goes too far.
No, nothing. There's no accountability for it, which is also part of the bullshit, if you will. But Max versus Korean Zombie was a great fight. I saw a lot of people then going like, what's next for Max?
What is?
And then Dana White said he has something interesting that he thinks he's going to announce soon for Max. But
What do you think? You're pretty good at this game.
I'd have to look at the rankings. It's almost like what's left for Max. I don't even know what's left. Giga Chikadze, did he fight him?
No, he didn't fight him, but that's not... I mean, look, they are on the same schedule to dance because they just fought. Yeah. I've noticed that guys that I fought on the same card as would be a potential opponent for me future, and I have fought a few.
That was the first one I thought of, was Giga.
But Giga's further... I mean, it's just like, Max, we need
It's not going to be... Yeah,
it's as if Max has to clear out the division.
It's not going to be
Volkanovski.
It's not going to be Topuria. It's not going to be Arnold Allen. It's not going to be Yair. I don't think it'll be Josh Emmett. Maybe it would be Movsar Evelev, but then they kill a contender. It's not going to be Brian Ortega. It's not going to be Calvin Kattar. It would be Giga. It might be Sadiq Youssef, maybe. Nope, Sadiq Youssef. You know, he's fighting Barbosa.
Oh.
And he lost in 2021. Bryce Mitchell has a fight. Dan Ige. Barbosa's fighting Youssef. What are they going to do? Have him fight Bruce Leroy? Or Leroy or Lerone?
He lost.
But I'm saying, that's where we're at now. 15, 16, 17. We have him down there. The only possible name at 145 would be Emmett.
Or is he going up to 55 or some shit like that? Is there something, or is there a 55 or dropping down?
What I saw him versus Poirier, I don't want to see him go up to 55 again. Poirier beat the shit out of him. And he looked small compared to Poirier. And I don't think Poirier is the biggest lightweight. Could he win fights? Absolutely, but it's not going to be too pretty for him at the top.
I don't know. He's older. As you get older, you put on a little more weight.
I know, but it was just weird.
Maybe the weight's different.
It was just weird how much smaller he looked than Poirier to me. When I remember watching that fight. That I remember from the jump when they fought.
Hang on, ready for this? When did he know he was fighting Poirier at 155?
A ways out.
What's a ways out? What do you mean?
A camp. He had a camp for that fight.
6 weeks?
Let's say 5 to 8 weeks, we'll call it.
Yeah, but he might have been maintaining a healthy 45-pound weight. I don't know. I mean, we're talking 10 pounds, but...
But great fight. We'll wrap this up. What other good fights were on the card? Anything? There's like garbage fights. Or not garbage fights, but not... Yeah,
don't say that.
Not name fights.
You never even stepped foot on octagon canvas. You know it's canvas?
Okay, here we go. So we'll see what you think then.
Do you know it's canvas?
I do know it's canvas, actually.
Do you even know what it feels like?
I do, actually.
These guys fight on it.
Cyril Gane versus Spivak. You care about it?
Cyril Gane.
You don't even know the fucking guy.
No, I know Gane.
Ooh, there is one good fight that I'm looking for this weekend. Like I said, I chose the wrong words. It doesn't have name value or top heavy name value. It's got Rose Namajunas though making a return.
They're not house names. Is that the term?
She's a big one though.
No, she is. I'm talking about the card in general.
Yeah, well, she's the biggest name on the card.
Oh, yeah.
She's fighting
She's co-main event.
She's co-main event. She's fighting that girl that beat Caitlyn, the French girl, Manon Fiorot.
And that girl dropped down in weight?
No, she beat Caitlyn at 125.
Isn't Thug a 115-pounder?
Who?
Thug?
No, Rose is going up.
Oh.
Yep, Rose going up.
Oh, okay.
And then Sergey Spivak, if he beats Gane, is I guess in the title picture because I think he's on a he's on a winning streak right now.
John Jones beats Miocic and retires, and Miocic retires, or vice versa. They both retire.
Yeah.
After this fight, which they both said.
Heavyweight's wide open. Yeah.
Well, not only is it wide open, it's just kind of little...
lackadaisical.
Yeah.
Slacking. Volkan Ozdemir is fighting this weekend.
Okay. Volk.
He is fighting some Bogdan Guskov, who does not look like an easy fight.
Volk fought for a title now?
Yeah, he fought DC.
Right.
But yeah, it's a lot of it's a Paris card, so yeah, no names that we know we really know.
No United States.
Cyril Gane versus Sergey Spivak. Who do you got in that one?
I mean, I think Gane he's itching for he probably feels like he got outed so bad
that he's been working on his grappling.
Just all of him. He doesn't want that to happen again.
I think Spivak fucks him up.
Really?
Wow. I think Spivak is going to grapple him.
Okay.
And fuck him up on the ground.
Damn.
And then Manon Fiorot versus Rose Namajunas.
Okay.
Must win for Rose. Well, it's a grappling match. She lost last time, so she got one loss in a row. That Carla Esparza fight. So she hasn't fought in a minute. She hasn't fought since May 7th, 2022.
What do you think keeps her going? Because I know she vacated the title at one point.
Keeps her going as far as like motivation, money. She's young.
So she's fighting because I need money? No.
Well,
you think?
That's what she does. She's a fighter. What is her other source of income? She's 31. She's still fighting.
Yeah, but she could figure out other sources.
He was the champion, so I think she probably banked some money when she was champion.
But I get the feeling that...
Took the time off and was able to live on the money a little bit.
Like, do you think she, wakes up in the morning like, man, I want to just fuck somebody up today?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And then she puts the glove on and looks over at Pat and goes, motherfucker, and realizes she's sleeping still.
I feel like she might be in, me and Gregor's realm, dude. She's just good at it.
Meaning
I don't
what?
think she really likes it. I never really liked fighting. I liked winning. I liked competing.
Okay, maybe,
but getting punched square in the face never was like, oh, I love that.
But she doesn't come from the wrestling background. So she might have a different mentality in it. Plus,
The-
here we
the
go. Why we
ideal-
can't even go down this route because
Okay.
then I'm going to go plus.
Sorry.
She's a girl, so what do you want?
All right. No, but the idea
She
of
broke
being
her
like,
nail, so she didn't show up to practice.
I don't want this title anymore. It just gives me.
That's a true thing, though. She said that she had pressure, a lot of pressure.
Right.
Joanna said the same thing when she lost pressure.
Sure.
Um,
Which
I think Wei Li said it too when she lost, but then when she won the belt back, like when she lost, she was like, the pressure's off now.
Okay.
Yeah, when Wei Li got knocked out, when
Right.
Wei Li lost, she said, "Oh, I'm good
Yes.
now."
Right.
Yeah.
I could see. Listen.
I feel like Aljamain.
I'm talking about champions that I never was. I'm like, all right.
You were there though. I feel like Aljamain expressed the same sentiment. Like once he lost, the pressure was off.
Sure.
For you, I guess because you didn't get the championship, but did you feel pressure off after the Lamas fight, or it was just nothing but frustration?
Oh, it was fucking. I was like on suicide watch.
No pressure off you. It was just like more pressure actually.
Yes.
Like I gotta fucking come back harder now. Win another 7 and
Yeah. No.
So yeah, the pressure probably too. I think the biggest thing for the pressure of the champions, and probably even at that point for you, is the media. That's the biggest thing to overcome, right? You have more.
Yeah. You know what? I guess I'm totally in my head. It was just like you don't like fighting. That's why you gave the belt away.
I think it's.
Well, I think kind of like I said earlier in the episode.
It's maybe they don't
how
like the press.
If
That's
if I'm the champion, I want to be the champion for as long. So yes, I'm gonna take the easiest competition I get at the championship level, which isn't easy competition.
Like here it is right here, and this is where we'll end this.
Yes. Okay.
You are a champion. You have to make it to that John Jones point, or that GSP point, or that Khabib point. You have to keep winning and get to that point so you can go, you know what? I'm not doing that. Like, I don't want to do that media. I'm not into that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trevor just totally made me lose my point.
Unreal.
But yeah, something along those lines. But we'll wrap it up on that. But you know what I mean? Like a champion, they don't have 2-3 fights in. It's like just pressure that they don't want to deal with. And they're like, I don't want to do all this media versus... You keep winning and you get past it, then you're like, I'm not doing that much media. I'm not doing all that media.
Well, I mean, there's definitely some people that just eat it up. Love it.
But
Usman,
then you lose, though. I'm saying you eat it up until you hit that balance point when it's like, fuck, I could have trained more. I wish I wouldn't have that interview. I wish I wouldn't have been on the plane. I would have been doing my fucking rounds. I would have fucking...
Yeah.
Because you know how it is when you lost those fights. Your brain starts going, what could I have done?
Yes.
Until you finally go... Nothing is what it is. So I got to accept it.
Well, we might get Usman on next week. So.
Oh, I've been talking to him?
Yep.
And then even, it's just the mental, it's all mental.
Yes.
So much the way, what do they say? 10% physical, 90% mental. Some stupid. Well, people say it all differently.
I personally think as long as you train hard, right?
As long as you have cardio.
I'm going to say it's 60-40.
Here's what I think. I wouldn't even
70-30?
put a number on it, but here's what happens that makes the conversation is the outliers are people like O'Malley. We were talking about O'Malley shouldn't have beat Aljo that night. He was like, worst camp of my life, worst everything. He's like, the only reason I didn't pull out of the fight because I don't know when I'm getting another title shot. I knew I was getting a big bag going into this fight, and it's Aljamain, so... throw a caution to the wind because he's the GOAT. So if I'm supposed to lose to him. You know what I mean? Right. Like that was his mentality. A good feeling. That was his mentality going into the fight.
I could see that.
And then he said on the fight night, it all just clicked and he was a ninja.
For example, I don't like, now that I'm retired, I don't love going to Long Island MMA and grappling and sparring, shit like that. And the reason why is I'm supposed to win.
Yeah. So everyone's gunning for you.
Yeah. Okay.
And we talk about it too. It's easier to come champion. Sure. Very hard to stay champion.
Okay.
That's part of it too. All that media, all that pressure, all that. Many guys don't make it to that John Jones point when it's like, that guy's not fighting on my card. I'm not doing that media. You get this guy out. I'm not talking.
Connor the same.
Connor, yeah. Exactly. Khabib probably too, even though I don't think he'd go that route, but maybe he could. Like no, bro, he has actually. Yeah, no, brother, no, stupid question. Like shit like that. Like. Other guys can't afford that luxury. Like if Aljamain went, oh, that's a stupid question. I can't believe he disrespect reporters like that. And it would just be a different narrative.
Fun. Yeah.
Yeah. So episode 137. Good seeing you, Menace.
All right. Well, see you later.